Hi, and welcome to my tutorial. Today I'm going to try to show you how to convert a color digital image into a black and white digital image. We're going to actually use the method of calculations. The first thing that I always do is I go into my layers palette and I click on my channels tab. And once you do that, sorry, you're going to see an RGB tab, a red, a green, a blue channel. So first of all, I click on my red and I take a look at it. And I'm looking for things like digital noise, and I'll even increase just to really get a close look at my digital noise, etc., etc. Green, I like that. Blue, I don't like that. Too much digital noise, and you'll see right in there what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go click back onto RGB, go back to my layers. So I've kind of decided between green and red. So now I'm going to go Image, Calculations, and this screen is going to come up. The first thing you want to make sure is your source is the name of the image that you're working on. Your layer is your background. And again, same thing here. The things that we're going to adjust is right here, and sometimes our blending options, okay? So I'm going to hit the red, and I'm going to hit the green. And this is the effect that I've got going. You can even change your percentage if you want, but I like it at the 100. I'll usually play around with it and see the different effects that come. I kind of like this. I kind of really like the bike to be very dark. It just kind of gives a bit of a contrast to the image, so I think I'm going to leave this at this. You certainly could play around with it until sorry, you find the combination that you like. So I'm going to hit, and before we do that, make sure that your result is new channel, okay? You certainly could go into a new image, but I like to do it new channel, okay? So I'm going to hit OK. Now if I go back to my channels palette, you'll see that a new alpha channel has come up, okay? If I hit the RGB, it'll convert back to color. And if I hit my alpha, it'll convert back to alpha. So how do I do this is I want to get rid of these channels. Now there's a couple of ways that you can do this. You can leave it there, go back to layers, add a curves thing, and it'll change a color. So that's not what you want to do, right? You want to leave it in the black and white. So in order to do this, we're going to go to Image, Mode, and we're going to change it to a grayscale. It's now going to ask us if we want to discard all the other channels, and we do. Okay? And then we can hit Layers, and now we can play around with our curves. And we can brighten or lighten or darken or just basically adjust it until you kind of get the levels that you like. I'm just going to click that. You can also go back in and change it back to RGB. I'm just going to don't flatten. You can certainly do that. And that's really useful if you say you were going to throw a color layer on top of that or whatever. You're going to need it at the RGB. But this is just a basic way using calculations to convert your images into black and white. I really like this way a lot better than just hitting desaturation. It really helps you bring out more detail and gives you more control over how your overall black and white image is going to look in the end. So I hope you found that this tutorial was useful, and I will be creating some more. Thank you, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.